Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. This is another lesson. I think the final lesson on this I think it's chapter 8. It's the final one on chapter 8, inshallah. So we going to look at what we have here on lesson point number it's still under lesson point number 5. But I'm sorry, this is 6. Number 6, we're looking at Iqra, read. Iqra, read. We're looking at Iqra, read. So we're going to read, and the reading has specific objectives. So let's look at it. We're going to learn we're going to learn how to use amama, amama versus khalfa. Amama, khalfa. Amama means in front of, or you can say across, or opposite, opposite of. Khalfa can mean behind, at the rear, or back of, or the back of. So these words are opposites, right? As you can see, amama, amama in front of, amama in front of, amama in front of. And that is where we got the word imam, imam. Because the imam is always in front of something. He's in front of the people leading the salah. So we call him, that's why we call him imam. Amama, khalfa. Amama, khalfa. So this is the objective here. We learn how to use amama and khalfa. Amama, khalfa. And secondly, you need to also know the grammatical function of amama and khalfa. They they serve as what? Adverbs, right? Adverbs of place. They serve as adverb of place. And this is what in Arabic they call zarf, zarf al-makan. Zarf al-makan, adverb of place. So zarf al-makan shows you where something is location wise. It shows you where something is location wise. So amama is indicating the position, the location of something vis-a-vis or in relation to that object. Is it in front of it or is it opposite? And then khalfa is telling us that the thing is rather behind it or is at the rear or is at the back of it. So amama and khalfa. Amama and what? And khalfa. Now they are always amama. We don't have amamu and then we don't have khalfu. So we can also say that these two words are static or indeclinable. They are also indeclinable. They don't decline in Arabic. And that is to say the ending stays the same. Khalfa amama. Khalfa amama. And four, another thing you need to know about amama and khalfa is that they act. They act like a preposition. They are not prepositions, they are adverbs, but they act like prepositions. They act like prepositions. And that is to say, they make the final consonant of uh, a noun that follows them or that comes after them, kasra. Very, very important. And then they can be called mudaf, and the other one will be called mudaf ilayh. Later on, we're going to go deeper into that. But what we need to know in this lesson is the difference between amama and khalfa. Amama and khalfa. Behind, at the rear, at the back, or in front of, across, opposite. So lesson point number 6, السادس. اقرأ, read. السبورة, the blackboard. أمام الطالب. Look at that. Is in front of the student. وهي, and it is خلف المدرس. It is behind the teacher. أين سيارة المدرس? Where is the teacher's car? هي أمام المدرسة. It is behind, it is in front of the school. So the car is parked in front of the school. أمام المدرسة. Pay attention to the ending of madrasa. Is madrasati, not madrasatu, not madrasata. Why? Because of amama. Amama الطالب. Why? Because of the amama. خلف المدرس. Why? Because of the khalfa. So khalfa and amama, they act like the way you see preposition doing in Arabic. أين بيت الإمام? Al-imam. Remember, imam, imamun, imam can be a leader. Imam can be a chief. Imam is imam, the one we know. A person, either um, formal or permanent or temp, T or P. T is for temp, that's temporary, and then P is for permanent. So imam can be temp or permanent. The permanent one is the one who is formally employed in the masjid to lead the salat. And then the temp maybe, or maybe a volunteer V imam. He's just a volunteer imam. Let's say the permanent imam is not there and somebody is just asked to lead the salat. So he's a temporary imam or short-term imam. So imam is a person who leads, right? The Muslim prayers. It can be at home, can be in the musalla. Any person who is picked to lead a salat is imam. But the word literally, the literal meaning is a leader, it's a chief. That's what we call imam. And then you can see that if you look at the word amama, amama, see, imamun, amama, they are what we call cognate, right? They are cognate, means words that are from the same root. They are cognates. They are words from the same root. Because amama, imamu. So amama is what? In front. You got it? In front. Imam is somebody who he leads by standing at the front, right? Yeah, you don't lead from behind. You lead when you're standing at the front. So aina baytul imami, where is the imam's house? So we have mudaf, mudaf ilay. Baytul imami khalf al masjidi. The imam's house or the house of the imam is at the back of the masjid. That's the imam has khalfa. Khalfa. أين جلس حامد? جلس to sit. Where did Hamid sat? Where did Hamid sit? Or أين جلس حامد? Where did Hamid sit? جلس حامد. جلس خلف محمود. He sat behind. See, he sat behind Mahmoud. Or he sat at the rear of Mahmoud. Behind is better. I think so. Because if you sit at the back of somebody, the meaning sometimes can be, Okay. Are you sitting on it or you sitting close it or anyway, it's understandable from the statement. جلس خلف محمود. ذهب عمار ذهب عمار ذهب عمار إلى المسجد وجلس أمام المحراب. محراب. محراب. Mihrab is a place. If you go to the musalla where the imam stands, it's like that curvy place. Sometimes it's not curvy. Or any place that it's like a small room where the imam, or a corner, the mid corner where the imam stands and leads the salat is called mihrab. But mihrab can also be a small house inside the masjid. Mihrab too can be a small place that you've dedicated in your house to do salat. Let's say you build a house and you decide to construct an exclusive small area in the same house. It's not a masjid, but it's a place that you retreat for salat. We call it mihrab. So the word mihrab in Lughat al-Arabiyya, right? Mihrab. Mihrabun. The word mihrab can be ghurfa, right? It can be ghurfatun. Ghurfatun. When you say ghurfatun, it's like a room. It can be ghurfa, a room. So this room is a ghurfa that is dedicated specifically for salat. And then the word mihrab in Arabic too can be qasrun, qasrun, like a palace. And then we have mihrab al-masjid. And this is what we are talking about. Mihrabul masjid. Mihrab that is in the mosque. So it is the what? Is the maqam, is the standing place of the imam or for khutbah, right? For khutbah. Mihrab is the standing place. Mihrab is a standing place for the imam, during khutbah, for khutbah, or where he stands to pray or prays. Usually for khutbah, they have the pulpit where he stands. So it's usually constructed inside the mihrab. Some of them are outside the mihrab, but usually it's constructed inside the mihrab. If the pulpit is not there, it can be a standing pulpit where the imam stands, then deliver the khutbah. It's also called mihrab. So mihrab can be ghurfa, can be a room. Mihrab can also be a qasr. But here in this book, the Dr. Abdul Rahman is saying is is a place in the standing place of the imam in the mosque. Now let's look at the kalimat al jadida. Sorry, I'm always distracted. I need to put my phone off. I got distracted again. Al kalimat al jadida, new words from lesson 8. These are new words, and these new words are in the lesson 8. Al mustashfa, al mustashfa, al mustashfa, the hospital. You need to note it. Almania, Germany. So in Arabic we say Almania. ذهبت إلى ألمانيا. ذهبت, I went. ذهبت إلى ألمانيا. I went to Almania. So don't say ذهبت إلى Germany. If you say ذهبت إلى Germany, it's understandable. However, in Arabic, they say Almania instead of Germany. In English, we say Germany. All right? Inglaterra, England. Switzerland, Switzerland. السكين, السكين, the knife or knife. السكين, knife. So in Arabic, السكين is knife. Sakin can also be just a blade, right? Any sharp edge is a sakin. Faransa, France, France. Amama, we've already discussed amama and khalfa. Amama, khalfa. Amama, khalfa. And then you can use it, you can say amama al-bayt. Amama, amama al-bayt. Remember, you have to say bayti. Amama al-bayt. In front of the house. أمام البيت. Or you can say أمام الجامعة. أمام الجامعة. In front of the university. University. Or you can say أمام الكعبة. Or أمام بيت الأبيض. أمام أمام بيت الأبيض. أمام بيت الأبيض. In front of the White House. أمام البيت الأبيض. أمام بيت الأبيض. In front of the White House. So أمام, in front. Learn how to use it. And then we have خلفة. خلفة as a new word. We've already discussed it. So you can also say خلفة, خلف البيت, خلف البيت, خلف البيت الأبيض. خلف البيت الأبيض. In front of, in front of the White House. خلف البيت الأبيض. Oh, I'm still using in front of. In the rear, you can say in the rear or at the rear. At the rear, not it. خلفة. We're now using خلفة, not أمامه. So you can also say خلفة, خلف الجامعة. خلف الجامعة. خلف الجامعة. In or at the rear of the university. Or you can also say خلف القصر. خلف القصر. See, at the rear or behind. At the rear of or behind the castle. Behind. Castle can be castle or palace. Let me put it. So castle. So I always think about it. Castle. Very close, right? Arabic is a qasrun, and then it's a castle or palace. Anyway, so these are kalimatul jadida, the new words in the lesson 8. مستشفى, مستشفى, the hospital. ألمانيا, إنجلترا, سويسرا, سكين, knife. فرنسا, France, أمامة. خلفه. دمتم بخير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.